Sorry to cut the MGS music off, but I do need to get started. I do need to get to playing. So, welcome in. Normally, I'd be playing God Hand on Sundays, but because I won't be able to stream for most of next week while I'm starting that new job and getting used to it, because that'll help me figure out like what time during weekdays I can actually stream. I can actually stream. And how long I can stream on weekdays. So because this is probably going to be like the last stream of February since... Yeah, this is probably going to be the last stream of February since we are getting near the end of the month. So I decided to do one last stream with the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon so I could try to get a little bit farther in the game. And that way we can... And since I won't be able to play much Bloodborne next week, I can play a bit more now. Okay, let's go back to here. I'm going to start by going back and trying to fight Mikolash. Yeah, I'm going to start this by going back and trying to fight Mikolash, since I did like get halfway through beating him previously. And then as for... Hey, Sleepless. Welcome in. And then as for... Hold on, I'm going to try to... Okay, hold on, I'm trying to make sure the windows... I'm trying to properly adjust these windows. What I'm gonna have to do after this stream, like as soon as the stream is done, I'm gonna have to actually like take down my computer and reset and like reset up my computer, because I need to set up some work equipment that I've gotten for the new job. And I've only got so much space on here, so I need to find a way to like set this computer on here and set everything else I need on here. Okay. Right, okay, you need to go back up here. So yeah, we're gonna be starting off by... I'm gonna be trying to fight Mikolash again. And then yeah, because I'm doing Bloodborne today, there won't be much. There won't be any God Hand this past week, and there probably won't be any God Hand next week because I'm gonna try to do a Sunday stream next week, and instead of playing God Hand, because I wasn't able to play Street Fighter 6 and Marvel Rivals on my birthday stream and instead started God Hand. Well, March 1st is Chun-Li's canon birthday. So, since I had to miss a stream, I really want to do a Street Fighter 6 to play God Hand, I'm going to miss a stream of God Hand to play some Street Fighter 6 on Chun-Li's birthday. Because, I mean, what better... If I'm not able to play it on my birthday, what better day to play it than on one of my favorite characters' birthdays? Did I go to the right? Oh, wait, hold on. Did I go to the right spot? Oh, no, I took the wrong lift. I took the wrong lift. There was another lift down here I needed to take. This one. So, yeah, might not be any God Hand next week. It might be, will probably be some Street Fighter 6. And I'm not sure if there will be... If I am able to do more than one stream next week, then I'll probably try to do more... Focus on playing more Bloodborne. Yeah, if I am able to do more than one stream next week, I'll probably, like, try to make most of the other streams Bloodborne. Because, you know... this is... Everything I'm doing right now kind of revolves around, like, everything I'm trying to plan right now, and everything that I have to start planning kind of revolves around like how things go with Bloodborne. Let me check. How much power do I have? Okay, no, I need to charge this. Yeah, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all had a good weekend. That's right, I'm gonna have to chase... Gosh, I'm gonna have to chase Mikolash again. Okay. Okay, let's start searching for the jerk. Okay, went to the right. Went to the right again. Went to the right again. Went to the right again. He just keeps going to the right. He's going to the right again. He's going to the right again. Is he going to... Yep, he's going to the right again. wonder if I can, like, parry him when he's doing that attack. I gotta dodge around it first. Okay, this isn't working. Like, I'm not getting any parry time.
Oh, majestic! Hunter is a hunter, even in a dream.
Sleep says you're better off just walloping him.
Alas, not too fast. This world's a chance.
No, let's see if we can find. Let me see if I can find him. Pokemon Cube says, I was expecting some totally not burning finger action. Yeah, hey Pokemon Cube, today was gonna be God Hand, but I'm not gonna be able to stream for most of next week while I'm starting the new job. So I'm doing more Bloodborne today. We will be getting some martial arts action next Sunday though, because I might not be streaming God Hand next week, but I am gonna stream next Sunday. I'm definitely gonna stream next Sunday. I'm not sure about any of the weekdays, but I'm definitely gonna stream next Sunday. And next Sunday I'm gonna be streaming Street Fighter 6 because I wasn't able to play Street Fighter 6 on my birthday. And March 1st is the canon birthday of Chun-Li, who's one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter, and really in any fighting games. So if I can't play Street Fighter on my birthday, why not play it on the birthday of one of my favorite characters? Also, I've been watching like a lot of kung fu movies. Like I've watched like 40 to 50 kung fu Chinese martial arts films in the past week. So feels like a good way to, and we'll probably be watching more. And we'll probably be watching more in the upcoming week. And so because of that, I'm really feeling like watching like playing some Street Fighter. Am I allowed to play those sorts of noises on stream? I assume so. We've heard much worse noises. We've heard much worse noises than that on for some of the games I've been playing here, or some of the games I've played on these streams. Oh no, you don't get back here. Okay, that looks important though. I'm guessing I'm gonna need the iron key for something. Pokemon Cube says, okay, so it's the frustrating pain boss. It is. I wouldn't call him the frustrating pain boss. I'd just say the more, the disappointment boss. Okay. Yeah, I just really just call him the disappointment boss. Okay, let me keep searching for him. Yeah, I did try fighting him previously, and I got him, like, got down like half of his health before I died. Because I took a wrong turn. And back here. Okay. Slim says, I find it hard to hate him only because he is so disappointing. So, wait. Wait, so because he's so disappointing, you don't hate him? Slim says, if I hated him, it would be dignifying this farce as anything more than its game of tag. So you don't hate him, but wait, so you don't hate him, but you really dislike everything about this. Says, I'm disappointed. So you don't like this. Slim says you could be disappointed and not hate it. Yeah, but you're making it... Yeah, but the way you described it is sounding like you really dislike it, but really disliking it is like giving it... You're confusing me, really. Because it sounds like you really don't like this boss, but you don't want to say that you really dislike it, because for some reason saying that you really dislike it will be giving it a positive? I know, that's where I started out. Okay.
Praise, as you once did for the vacuous grant us eyes.
Pokemon Mask gives each time I fought him, I spent like 40 minutes doing a run. Sleep says, correct, saying I hated this boss would be more accolades than its earns. No, it wouldn't. Because you'd be saying that you hated it. That means that it wasn't good. If you say you hate something, that means that you really dislike it. That's not an accolade. Oh, okay. Oh, I found him. Okay. Oh, he got a second move. Look, everyone, he's got... Oh, a third move, chat! A third move! He has gained a third attack. He might even have a fourth.
Of course.
Sleepless, I think where the issue we're dealing with here is just that you can say something that something's really like a challenge in a good way or a challenge in a bad way. Like, for example, this is a challenge in a bad way. A boss like Ludwig is a challenge in a good way. Or you could, okay, another way is you could say that this is difficult. This was difficult to do in a good way, or difficult to do in a bad way. Okay, so I can't really catch them. I can't tell where that's gonna land. Okay, fine. Sleep says, this isn't a challenge enough. This is just playing tag. Pokemon Rescue says, this part is just a sword person fighting me. No, a better way of describing it is a rush down fighting his owner. To use fighting game terms that most of y'all probably don't care about. Most of y'all probably don't care about, to be fair. Yeah, if you had to describe most of my playstyle, my playstyle in most action games, it's very unga bunga, rush in quick, keep stabbing until I've run out of stamina or until I can't stab anymore. And he is very much a stay back and shoot me or shoot them kind of fighter. So what I need to do is just get close to him and try to, like, just keep stabbing him to prevent him from using that big blast attack, but... So I'm down to 270 lives. So, just a little reminder, this is, the only reason I'm playing this, well, the main reason I'm playing this is because it's part of the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon that I'm doing right now. So, I'm playing through Bloodborne for the first time with a limited number of lives. Every dollar donated to this stream will add more lives to the playthrough, which will mean I'll have to play Bloodborne, which will mean I'll have to play more Bloodborne. So, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider donating. If you're watching on Twitch, subs, bits, and gift subs will count towards the Donathon, and if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, direct donations will count towards the Donathon. And again, every dollar donated will add more lives to this. Yeah, I'm down to just only 270 lives, so I think we're gonna need to have some donations come in soon to get me some more lives if I wanna beat this. I've been losing a lot of lives like every stream of this, every one of the more recent streams of this game. Is he just running back and forth this time? So you're pretty close to the finale. There's this tool, there's the wet nurse, and then there's finale. I do have to go back and continue playing through the DLC, though. because I feel like I'm not gonna get like the full. Sleep says, assuming you don't do more of the DLC shenanigery. I am gonna try to beat the DLC because I'm okay with missing some bosses. I am okay with missing some bosses in this while playing through this game. But I do feel like if I want to have the complete Bloodborne experience, I need to have, or like a fulfilling. If I want to have a fulfilling Bloodborne experience, then I should try to beat the DLC. Like, I'm okay with missing some bosses. I'm perfectly fine with missing some bosses. But I do feel like doing the DLC is, like, that's something I should do. Because I'll tell y'all right now, I don't know if I'm ever going to play this game again after I'm beating it. After the Donathon, whether I beat it or not. I don't know if I'm ever going to play it again. I am glad that I did this play. That I've played through this now.
Oh, majestic!
I am glad that I've played this game.
Is a hunter even in a dream.
And I got to, fucking
Not too fast.
I am glad I played this game, and there are some parts of this that I'm especially glad that I streamed it, because I definitely, despite my problems with this, even though I did, like, y'all clearly seen that I've had some problems with this game, I definitely had a better experience because I live streamed this, and got to play this while talking with y'all, instead of just playing this in my own time. I wish you'd stop that. Okay, I can't go through there. Pokemon Rescue says, but you can leave the DLC till after the nurse. At minimum, you should get to try to get to Cos, or some say Cos, and do a few attempts at him. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's how I feel. I feel like I should at least get to Orphan of Cos and try to beat him before beating this game. Before I try to beat the game. Yeah, overall, I am glad that I played through this. I am glad that I did this playthrough. Win or lose, I am glad I did this playthrough. But I'm definitely not gonna be interested in playing this game again after win or lose. If the Donothon succeeds or fails, if I beat this game or not, I don't think I'm gonna be interested in ever playing this again. I've said this before. This has made me more interested in playing through other Soulsborne games. I feel like I'm gonna die if I fall down. Okay, so I think this was right. Oh, come on! Oh, fuck you! There, got him. Die and be forgotten. Die and be forgotten.
I'll forget everything.
And I hope I forget about. Yeah, good. And I hope I forget about you. Pokemon Askews, I know you want to do other things, other thing like this, but I would be down to aid you, kind of just following unless needed to pointing out. No, I'm definitely in the other Soulsborne games I play. I'm definitely willing to let people join me at some points, but because it'll be my first time playing with them, playing the games, and I'll probably be doing a live system similar to this because I think when I stream these sorts of games, it works best if I do it with like this sort of live system and either do it for like a charity event or as like a fundraising event. And for that sort of thing, I think it generally works best if I like mostly experience the game on my own, unless I need help. Unless I'm having a lot of difficulty with a specific part. Oh, yay, I did it. Let me just go. Well, now where do I go? Yeah, if what y'all said is accurate, then that means that it sounds like I don't actually have much more of this game. Like, I still have, like, I think 2 more areas of the DLC, and I've still got, like, a couple more bosses I'm gonna try to fight. Like, I'm gonna definitely try to beat as many of the remaining bosses I can. As many of the bosses that I've started fighting and then decided to leave towards later, I'm gonna try to fight as many of them as I'm gonna try to go back and fight as many as I can, and beat as many of them I can before this playthrough ends. Yeah, but it sounds like besides like the couple areas of DLC, and a couple more areas in here, I don't actually have much more of the game left. Oh, come on. Okay. 269. And I'm very okay with that. With there being not much of this game left. But yeah, Pokemon Excuses says, also speaking in regards to earlier, do you ever watch something done by the same person knowing their style and reconsidering? Do you ever watch something done by the same person, knowing their style, and resoniting they are about to do their thing again? I'm gonna say no, but that's because I don't understand the question. Okay, so looking at the Sleepless, looking at the bosses I've got on my list of like bosses on my kill list. So there's okay, looking at the bosses that are left on my kill list. Okay, I just killed Michael Lash. There's Amygdala, Celestial Emissary, Abretus, Gurman, who's gonna probably be the final boss of this. I'm gonna choose the options that'll let me fight them as the final boss. There's the Moon Presence, but I'm not gonna go for the umbilical core. I'm not gonna go for the true ending, so I'm not gonna fight them. There's Martyr Ligarius, there's Murgo's Wet Nurse, and then for the DLC, there's Lady Maria, Lawrence, The Living Failures, and Orphan of Kos. So in total, there's about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 main bosses, and 4 DLC bosses. Now, some of those are optional, so I probably won't get to them. Like, I'm gonna try to beat Martyr Ligarius. Like, I'm gonna try to revisit Martyr Ligarius and try to fight him, and try to beat him again, but yeah, I'm gonna try to revisit Martyr Ligarius and try to again and try to beat him, but that might just not happen. Sleep says Amygdala is optional as a Moon Celestial Emissary, and you know about Moon Presence being optional. Well, yeah, Fucking Massachusetts, yeah, both are. Oh. Okay, I guess that bridge is just gone. Huh. Thought that would stay there. Because I assumed I would need to go through there in order to go to the next area. Okay. So it says, I guess the game is telling you that was a bridge too far. Good one, Sleepless. Okay, device is not currently operational. Okay, so... Oh wait, that means I lost all the any echoes I got from beating Mikolash. I lost. Huh. Man, fuck this game. Not really. But not really. I still don't hate it, but dang, I'm gonna be glad when I'm gonna be glad when I'm done playing it. When I don't have to play it anymore. Now, I am... Depending on how... The reason why there's not going to be many streams during this upcoming week, and I've said this before, but just to reiterate for anyone who hasn't heard it. Since I'll be starting my new job on Tuesday, I need to spend the week, like, working the job just to see, like, how difficult working the job is going to be. And also how many hours I can work... Or, excuse me, how many hours I can stream after it, because I get done, like, at 5:30. And because I'm staying with my parents, I'm very limited in, like... Because I'm living with my parents right now, I'm kind of very limited on, I'm very limited in, like, what hours I can stream. So, if I am able to do weekday streams while working this job and living at my parents' house, they're gonna have to be really short, unfortunately. Like, maybe even as low as 2 hours. But if that is the case, I might try to make the Sunday stream longer, so I can do a bit more. And of course, the same focus is going to be on Bloodborne, so that I can beat it and and so I can start planning for all the different donation goals. Soup says, "Congrats on starting the new job, Raul. Thank you. I am a little worried about it because there are some, like, not red flags, but like yellow flags about the job that are making me a little worried. That make me worried that it's not gonna end up working. It's not gonna end up going well. But I'm hoping that I can work it and get enough money. I'm hoping that that by working it, I can start building up money. I can start building up money fast, and like start moving as soon as possible. $267 lives remaining. Fucking Massachusetts, that's Samus at the end of Metroid Dread. She just destroys the power she finds, not claim it. I don't remember her destroying a power. I do remember her killing her evil bird dad. That was a really good boss. That was a really good, really fun final boss fight. That fight against Ravenbeak and Metroid Dread. Sleep says, "Did she break the Metroid suit?" No. What happens at the very end is that like the one Chozo she found that was like the one Chozo she found the Chozo she found that was like the one thing that didn't the one guy that didn't or the one creature that didn't try to kill her on the planet that was Dread or Dread. They got taken over by an X-Parasite, but they still retain like a little bit of cognitive function, and so they use that to help her like not like get rid of the Metroid suit, but basically like help her take control over her Metroid DNA. So she didn't get rid of the Metroid suit. She still got it, and she now still has like Metroid, and she still has her Metroid DNA in her. It's just she now has a little bit more control over it. Like Master Cube says, yeah, she kills him, then instead of absorbing the X-Parasite that absorbed him, she blasts it. Well, I mean, yeah, it was like a giant fusion of like her evil bird dad and Kraid. So makes sense why she'd blow it up. Listen, if in order to get a power, I'd had to consume my evil bird dad. I also would just blow it up. Pardon me. Okay. So, where do I go from here? Oh, okay. The bridge is here now. Well, okay. Let's light this lamp. And I have no echoes from... I have got no echoes from beating Mikolash, so I get no level ups. Oh, what are you? Okay, who is that and what do they want? It looks like I'm still here though, like now going to a new area. This is just a... Yeah, no going to a brand new area, it's just continuing through here though. Continuing through here. Oh, Bloodstone chunk. And a pebble. Hold on, let me check to see how many... Okay, I've got 6 Bloodstone chunks. I don't... Let me look around here. I don't know if I've got enough to upgrade my, my Blades of Mercy. Are those the snake guys? So it says, all hail the chunks. That looks like the snake guys. Oh, the moon looks different here. Instead of a blood moon, it's just a moon. I'm trying to see as much of the land as I can, but I can't really get a good view because of the camera angle. But it does look interesting that it does look interesting that like we're in a nightmare world, but it does look like it's like a big wide open land, like not just like this singular area, like not just this singular area, and then there's nothing else around it. Kind of like how the Hunter's Dream looks. No, this looks like its own like country. I got Let's go back up. So yeah, while I'm riding this elevator back up, just a little reminder, every dollar donated will add more, every dollar donated will add more lives to this playthrough, so if you're able to, please consider donating. Either subs, bits, gift subs, or direct donations. As again, it will, this playthrough's gonna go until I run out of lives, so if we don't get... Yeah, this playthrough's gonna go until I run out of lives, so if I run out of lives, I'm not gonna be able to... If I run out of lives before being Bloodborne, that's it. The playthrough's over. Master Cube says, did you use the iron key yet? No. Is it the fucking snake guys again? Man. I just beat one disappointment. If that is the snake guys again, talk about... I can't believe it. I just beat one disappointment only to be faced with another. Well, like, I have to refight another. These assholes. It is the snake guys again. Okay. Dang. FromSoft really was like, "Hey, we know that last fight was kind of shit." Kind of shit. Okay. Maybe mostly shit. But don't worry. Yeah, after that disappointment, we got something we know you're gonna love. Okay? You remember those disappointments you fought in the Snake Forest? Oh, come on. You're gonna have to fight them again. Huh? Like 3 of them again? Oh no, they're a regular enemy now. Great. Fucking Master Cube says, do you want to know where to use it? Is it like, do I need to use the iron key to, like, do I need to use the iron key for the main game, or is there like an optional area? Is there an optional area that I can open up for with the key? Okay, I need 2 more blood chunks. Probably my excuse is it's an optional thing. Okay, if it's an optional thing, then go ahead and tell me, because I might not be able. If it's an optional thing, I might not be able to find it. Oh, I need 20. Gosh dang, I need 20 insight for bloodstone chunks. Dang it. I need twin bloodstone shards for this. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check around here. I'm gonna check here for a minute. A door/gate by the entrance to Mikolash's boss chamber. Okay. Can still only buy bloodstone shards here, unfortunately. Pokemon Cube says it will get you the only standard available blood rock in the base game. I mean, I'm finding a lot of blood rocks. So, I'm finding a lot of I'm getting to find a lot of bloodstones around, so is this like a super blood rock? Sloop says the item for making a weapon plus 10. Oh, okay. Pokemon says blood rock is the item to max a weapon level. Okay. Yeah, then that is something I'll need. That's something I'll need. Because if I can get enough bloodstone chunks, then I would like to upgrade my Blade of Mercy. Let's see. It's at level 8 right now, so... It's at level 8 right now, which means that if I can get it up, like, 2 more... If I can get it up 1 more level, then I'll be... If I can get up 2 more levels, then I'll be max level, so I will need that blood rock. Pokemon Master Use, but given this is the only normal one you get, be certain you want to what you want to play. Oh, it's the Blade of Mercy. Absolutely, Blade of Mercy. I'm mainly using the blade. I've been mainly using the Blade of Mercy throughout this entire playthrough ever since I got it. It's the only weapon that hasn't left my weapon select since I got it. And while I would like to upgrade the Holy Moonlight Sword more, and I would like to use the Holy Moonlight Sword more, I don't know exactly where I'm gonna get twin Bloodstone chunks unless I get like a bunch of insight. Yeah, unless I get a bunch of insight. I don't know where I could get, like, twin Bloodstone chunks. Or twin Bloodstone shards. And then after that, I have to get more Bloodstone chunks, so... I do want to use... Sleep says Snake Forest. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do want to use the Holy Moonlight Sword more. It's just that, at this point where I'm at, I'd have to do, like, a lot of upgrading in order to make it viable. So is there a pretty common drop there? Okay, then I might revisit the Snake Forest and see if I can get more twin Bloodstone shards. Okay, so I need to look for a door. Sleepless says, and this place enemies will just drop chunks on death if you're lucky. Okay, so I need to find... Okay, go back to the entrance of Mikolash's area. Which is here, I think. No, this is where I fought him first time. Sleep says, although it's you, and if Reach Chain of Memories is anything to go by, Sleep says, this place will just drop chunks on death if you're lucky. Although it's you, and if it's Reach Chain of Memories is anything to go by, then you aren't. Well, no, what Reach Chain of Memories established is that if the item you need to beat the game is only gotten through RNG, then I won't get it. If the item is optional, if you don't need the item to beat the game, and if the item you can only get it through if you can mainly get it through RNG and you don't need the item to beat the game, then I'll probably get it. But if it's only available through RNG and you need it to beat the game, then yeah, I won't get it. As we established in Chain of Memories. Oh, there's some Bloodstone chunks. Wait, okay, if it's back by the entrance area, that means I need to go back here. Just don't bother fighting them and go back here. Dang, they're still chasing me through here. Okay. You know, now that I thought about it, I'm willing to bet that at some point now that I think about it, now that Sleepless has brought it up, I'm willing to bet that at some point during at least one game, some point during the development of like some game FromSoft was working on, they were like, hey, what if we made this item, like the key the player needs to get through this door, what if we made it RNG? What if it only drops from a certain enemy? And there's only there's like a 20% chance it'll drop, and they need it to get through the door. I'm willing to bet that someone that some developer on one of the dev teams for one of the maybe not even one of the Soulsborne games, but maybe one of the Kingsfields was like at least entertain the idea. Okay, so a door. Okay, so a door by Mikolash's starting area. Well, that's okay. That is the entrance to the starting area. Maybe. Sleep says 20% is too generous. 0.00002% feels more on brand. Maybe let me look around here. Maybe it's out around here. Huh. I would like to get that, but that seems like a death trap waiting to happen. Well, I guess I could try this. Oh, they didn't even care about that. If I misjudge this, I'm gonna fall and I'm gonna plummet. I'm gonna probably fall and plummet to my death, so. Hard to Pokemon Cube says hard to find the exact spot as checking the map and they don't mark it. The list has the Bloodrock S item 40 in the map, but they missed the marking on the map. They do 1 through 39, then 41 through 46. Dang, even the guides are like, even the guides don't want you to find it. Oh, okay. All that for a minor bloodstone. I do feel like I kind of remember seeing like some door that I couldn't get to. Yeah, I remember there being some door that I couldn't open earlier in this area, but I don't remember where it was. Oh, is it here? Open door with iron door here. Okay, here it is. Okay, found it. So it was right in the... Oh, come on! I hit... Oh, gosh dang it. Okay, well, at least I know where the door is, but that's 265 lives remaining. Yeah, I really feel like... I know I have a lot of lives left, because I still have, like, 265 left, but I really feel like if I'm gonna beat this game... I really feel like if I'm gonna beat this game, I'm gonna need to get some more lives, because... Because I'm dealing with shit like that. Pokemon Cube says, I honestly forgot there is a bit there, but the frenzy field is just so annoying, and you would think there would be a way to turn that off. There might be. There might be. In fact, I think there probably is, but it's likely going to require me going like down a really like harsh path in order to get there. Susan says there is a way to turn it off. Yeah, I feel like, because with the for something like that, FromSoft for a lot of their games really likes to put like a thing that can kill you from a long distance away, and you can't reach it until you get like really far into an area. So you guys just gotta get rid of the thing causing the frenzy in the tower. Okay, so I gotta find whoever's doing that and get rid of it. Let me quickly set it. What? What? How? What? I wasn't standing. I'm not standing in its vision. Okay, I do have set it as equipped already. Let me see if I can... Okay, it calms the nerves. Alright, so... That just... Wait! So even if I'm not in that thing's line of sight, I'll still just build Frenzy? Yeah, so even if I'm just not in that thing's line of sight, I'll still just build Frenzy. That, or there is like a delay. So says there are enemies that build it here too. Of course there are. Are they also enemies that, like, you need a high level of insight just to see them? Is it one of those again? So just honestly coming back here after you drop the brain in the hole is probably the safe way to do it. Well, let me at least try to grab those things. Although I am gonna end up using up all my sedative though. But yeah, let me at least try to grab those things. Because it's either I lose a bunch of lives trying to grab all those items there, which could be items I'd be really nice to have, or I lose a bunch of lives fighting more of those snack guys. Okay, so I'm right next to that thing. Ew. Well, no wonder it's causing me to frenzy. No wonder it's causing me to frenzy. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to look at that that anything goes mad upon seeing it. See, I'm right next to the thing, and I need to find a way to destroy it. I guess that means... I guess that means let me go to the... Let me go to the upper level, because I'm not going to be able to... Yeah, let me go to, like, well, not... Yeah, let me go to the upper level, because I'm not going to be able to... Like, right next... I didn't realize I'd be, like, right next to it. Yeah, okay, being right next to it makes a bit more sense. That does make a bit more sense of, like, why it was giving me frenzy so quickly. Which, in that case, I'll see if I can find a way to, like, get rid of it before going back there. But dang, I'm already down to, like, 263 lives. So now I'm gonna have to fight my way past the Sneckman again. Oh, well, there's a Sneckman fire. Well, that was another Sneckman over there. Hey, Scorcher, welcome in. So for those just coming in, I normally would be playing God Hand on Sundays. However, I'm not going to be able to play Bloodborne for most... I'm not going to be able to stream for most of next week, which means no Bloodborne. So, instead of God Hand, I'm playing more Bloodborne today. Just because, again, I won't be able to play much Bloodborne next week. Hey, Scorcher says, how's it going? I'm glad that I am glad that I've done this that I started this playthrough. However, if I beat this game or not, I'm definitely never gonna play this again. Yeah, I'm glad I did this I'm glad I chose to do, to play this game for the emergency Donothon. And I'm glad that I streamed, the one time I did, like, try to fully play through it. Or I'm glad that, like, this time I tried to fully play through it, I did play it on stream. So I could interact with y'all while I play it. But yeah, never playing this game again after I'm done with it. I'd say overall it's been, like, it's not been a bad game. It's just been an overall very mixed experience. Hey, Scorcher's Bloodborne will just be fun memories. Not all of them. Pocket Basket says, or they finally do a PC port, then it's mod time. That's one of the major. See, that's one of the major. Not the major reasons, but that's one of the smaller reasons why. That's one of the smaller reasons why I decided to play this game for the Donathon. I was like, well, heck, if I've got with how many times I've managed to play a game on stream, only for that game to get some sort of announcement or some sort of release afterwards. Let me try to play this so that y'all get something for Bloodborne. Detective Hark says, for an experienced brawl would enjoy, there was an 8-foot-tall muscle demon woman in a gameplay today. Now that sounds like a quality game there, Detective Heartache. Also, hi, Detective Heartache. That sounds like a quality game right there. Slim says, poor Blue Point. Ascor says, yeah, poor Blue Point. Yeah, we talked about that on one of the previous streams. But dang, yeah, man, what the hell, Sodi? Pokemon Rescue says the Blue Point had nothing to do with Bloodborne. No, but that's the reason why people are so angry and bitter about Blue Point being shut down. Well, that's one of the reasons. Is because they could have had something to do with Blue Point. Like, Blue Point was not just the studio that remade or remastered quite a few games for Sony. They did it with Demon's Souls. Now I've heard I've heard that some people liked and some people didn't like the Demon's Souls remake. But that does mean they had experience remaking one of FromSoft's games. And instead of having to make like a God of War live service game that nobody asked for, and then when that didn't work, because of course that didn't work, like they didn't let them do anything else, they could have this whole time just been saying, hey, like they could have been working on that or a ton of other projects. Oh, it's you. Ace Scourge says we could have had something special. Pokemon Rescue says, I don't know why people didn't like Demon's Souls remakes. It was a perfect modernization of the original. I can't really speak on it because I haven't played it. So, well, I haven't played the original Demon's Souls and I haven't played the remake. Oh, great. The pig has eyes. You know, honestly, with how many times they keep bringing back the giant pig, I am a little surprised that the final boss of this game wasn't like you get to fighting Gurman, and then after you go to fight Gurman, and then you get there and find his grave, and then you suddenly find a giant pig that instead that reaches towards Gurman's graves and pulls the scythe he had. Just recreates the entire like Sif boss fight from Dark Souls 1, but with a giant pig. So he says, Blue Point was an amazing remaster / remake studio, and granted they said they wanted to do their own thing instead of somebody else's work. It still sucks that Sony never greenlit any of their ideas for a year. Yeah, the only Blue Point remake I got to play was the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and when I streamed that game, I didn't end up enjoying it, but as part of the preparations for the Godzilla movie reviews, when I get to doing that, I've been playing Shadow of the Colossus I've been replaying Shadow of the Colossus in my spare time, and replaying it off stream. I've ended up enjoying it a lot more replaying it off stream than when I originally played it on stream. So as part of that Godzilla movie reviews, y'all like some of the background video that y'all are gonna see for that Godzilla movie review, for those Godzilla movie reviews, is gonna be an entire playthrough of Shadow of the Colossus. It's two of them, of course. Of course it's two of them. Why wouldn't it be two? That just is. 262. Sleep says Shadow of the Colossus is a very weird game, and I don't know how they would make that again today if the original studio did it. They really couldn't. It's not really. Despite like how people often talk, there's been talk I've heard recently of people bemoaning game sequels, which isn't really a fair thing to do, because there are times where like a game getting a sequel, like the sequel really helps out the game. Like if like if Mario and Zelda and Final Fantasy never got sequels, we would be missing out on some of the best games that have ever been made. But however, there are also games to where it's like, I don't know how you could revisit. I'm not sure how you could revisit this idea and make it feel different enough. Sleep says, like, it exclusively feels like an idea that can be done once, ever, and never again. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel. Now, I feel like maybe a different developer could, like, maybe be inspired by Shadow of the Colossus and try to do their own take on it. So I feel like a different studio or a different developer could try to do their own original idea that might have been inspired by Shadow of the Colossus, and like they could actually make something different, and we could see something different and interesting. But with Team Ico, that really does feel like no. I think they. Yeah, with Team Ico, it really does. That kind of really feels like a. Sleeper says, we've seen a few inspired by Shadow of the Colossus games that are not usually as good. Well, yeah, I have seen some of those like games inspired by Shadow of the Colossus. And Scorch says, a world where video games didn't get sequels. Well, Call of Duty would just be an afterthought. Like, yeah, for everyone to say like, games don't need. Anyone who says like, games don't need sequels has never seen how well that worked out for Resident Evil. Now, it definitely did eventually cause problems for Resident Evil. But I mean, a lot of people who've played the very first Resident Evil 1 will say that that was a good start to the franchise. They really improved on it, but they really improved on it with the sequels. Pokemon Rescue says, but COD wouldn't be yearly and have ground some good studios down to basically nothing. Well, that's not the fault of COD not getting any okay. That's not the fault of Call of Duty getting sequels. That's the fault of Call of Duty getting too many sequels. There's a balance. If you want to make a series, the series that have multiple games are like regular installments. There's like the right sort of like time frame to make for them. Gosh dang it. A Scorcher says, Sleepless says, bruh, world with no sequels means no Kingdom Hearts 2 or Chain of Memories. Okay, well you helped my point out there, Sleepless, with Kingdom Hearts 2, but then you also didn't help my point out with Chain of Memories. You gave both an example of both a good sequel and not so good sequel. And Scorcher says, there also wouldn't be Bloodborne, my favorite Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, there's... Anyone is like, I basically bring this up because I've seen people like, sequels are immediate cash grabs, and it's like, no, it's not. It's like, no. Sometimes, yes, it is like a publisher or like a publisher developing or like, hey, this thing is successful, let's make another one. I mean, oftentimes that is a big influence. That is a big influencer. That is a big influence. That it's like a publisher developer saying, "Oh, that was successful," or that did well. Let's make another one. But I'm sure that for a lot of game developers, a chance at a sequel is a chance to improve upon the parts they feel like they didn't do as well, or like the problems they feel they might have. with a with the game they developed, or the problems that or the problems they never even noticed that people pointed out the problems that they didn't notice that other people pointed out that reviewers and players pointed out after the game got released. Yeah, but to add to what Ace Scorcher is saying there, like the only... Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. The only reason we got Bloodborne is because, and I know I've said this like 20 times throughout this playthrough, but it is really important to bring up. The only reason we got like games like Elden Ring and Bloodborne and Sekiro is because FromSoft has been making games like this for years. Fucking Massachusetts, just have a rule about minimum number of years between games. Oh wait, is this? No, okay, I came to this path early. That's right. This is how I got up here. Let me see if I can draw this one. Let me see if I can draw this one over. Oh, look, I'm too far away for your fireballs. You should... Great, never mind. It drew the other two back. So again, just want to mention, whilst I'm trying to fight these Sneckmen, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider donating. Reminder that this playthrough only continues as long as I have enough remaining lives, so if you don't... Gosh dang it. Yeah, this is... I'm basically... If you haven't been here for this playthrough, or wondering how this works, I'm playing through Bloodborne for the first time, but I have a limited number of lives, and every time I die, that reduces the lives counter. So, if you're enjoying this stream, please consider donating, because... if I... Either through subs, bits, gift subs, or direct donations, because if I run out of lives, I won't be able to, yeah, once I run out of lives, that's it. The playthrough's over. And I know that I do still have about 260 lives left. I do have about 260 lives left. However, I've already lost like 11 lives this one stream. Also, for those just coming in, or those who didn't hear me announce, for those who didn't hear me announce this at the start of the stream, normally I'd be playing God Hand today, but I'm playing Bloodborne because I probably won't be doing any weekday streams this upcoming week. Since I'm starting that new job, I'm gonna, I need the first week of that job to kind of, figure out, basically, to see what working the job is gonna be like. And that'll kind of help me decide, okay, how long can I stream during the weekdays? Because in addition to having that job, whilst I'm living at my parents' house, that kind of limits how long I'm able to stream. I will be back on Sunday though. I will be back. Yeah, I will be back on Sunday though. Although I won't be playing God Hand or Bloodborne, because I didn't get to play Street Fighter 6 on my birthday this year, like I really wanted to. Well, next Sunday, March 1st, is Chun-Li's canon birthday. Is Chun-Li's canon birthday. So since I didn't get to play Street Fighter 6 on my birthday, why not play it on the birthday of one of my favorite characters? Dang it, I was hoping it would win that. I just realized now the Steckman. I just realized, so the boss versions of the Steckman didn't make any. I didn't make any noises like this, but these guys do. I wonder then if these guys really are Snackmen or they're just men. But, yeah, even though I'll be starting this new job, any donations will be really appreciated because, well, while I'll be starting to work this new job, I'll need to start building up money to afford moving out of my parents' house. And I need to reach at least the amount of money I had when I lost my job in June of last year. So, let me see if I can grab this. Uh-oh. Well, that might not have actually been worth it. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream and see if I can upgrade my weapon now. But I still need to get that blood rock from down to 259 lives. Okay, I might have enough bloodstone chunks. Let me see if I can get enough blood echoes. Let's use that. Okay, that gives me a lot of insight. Well, a little bit more. It gives me like 2 insight. Okay, first let me repair this. Okay, I've got enough to upgrade this. So I need a blood rock in order to upgrade that. Let me see if there's anything better I can use for it. Well, add slow poison effect. I can't really see if the poison effect's working, so I'm not sure how good that'd be, how useful that would be. I guess I'll equip that one. Blood tinge scaling, would that increase the... Okay, let me use that, see if that'll increase the attack. Alright. So let me see if there's anything else I can get or anything else I can upgrade. Oh, I think I did get something from beating Mikolash. Iron Yard, Ghoul Helm. Okay. Oh wait, no. This is items I had. Okay, I need to check items I had. Mensis Cage. This hexagonal iron cage suggests their strange ways. Oh. It also serves as an antenna that facilitates contact with the Great Ones of Dreams. But to observer, the iron cage appears to be precisely what delivers it this horrifying nightmare. Yeah, I'll just sell that. I'm not gonna use that. Okay, student uniform. You know what? Let me actually sell some of these clothing. Some of this clothing I'm never gonna wear. So... Noble dress, I'll sell that. Student trousers, yeah, I'll sell that. Student uniform, yep. Do I have enough to get... Okay, the crow feather garb. And crow feather trousers. Okay, let me see how this looks. Okay, makes her look like a burb. Makes her look like she's a burb cake. A burb cape. A burb cape. So I think that's worth having. I might be able to get some bloodstone shard or twin bloodstone shards now. Let's see, how many do I have and how many do I need to upgrade this? I need 8, which means I'd have to give up like all my most of my insight for. Yeah, all my insight for it. Alright, well, is there anything else I want to get here? Nope. Vermin found him to fulfill army seemingly confessed of romance and purity. I wonder if there... Okay, it said I could use the vermin, but I'm not sure what I could use it for. And I know I don't have enough...
Well, what is it?
I don't have enough blood echoes to, like, upgrade
Very
it.
well.
Yeah, to level up.
Let me...
Yeah, I don't have nearly enough.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Oh, I can finally get fire paper. Good. But... anything else I want to sell? Oh, can I actually... okay, no, I don't... I'm not strong enough to use the church cannon. Well, let's see. I don't know if I can upgrade anything else. I guess... yeah, okay, I'll use up my remaining all my remaining insight to get this. So that I can upgrade the Holy Moonlight Sword. Now I need Bloodstone chunks to upgrade it, but it is now a bit more viable, so I can actually take it into battle. So let's compare it. So it still doesn't do as much as Ludwig's Holy Blade. Okay, well it doesn't do as much physical damage. That's 170 plus 128, so that's like 298. That's almost 300 damage. This is 144 plus 113. That's 157. Plus 80, that's about 237. Plus 19, that's about 247. It's about 256. Yeah, that's around 250. So still 50 damage less than this. Well, I really don't want to use... okay, let me use the remaining... let me see how many remaining blood vials and quicksilver bullets I have, because... 31. Okay, so I need to get many more blood vials. Yeah, let me use my remaining... let me use my remaining, blood echoes to get, like, more blood vials. Okay, back here then. I guess just let me continue through here. Yeah, let me just continue making my way through here. Okay, I'll keep trying to fight my way up here. I do need to go back to that area I opened up with the iron key to get the, what the heck? Yeah, I will need to go back to that area that I opened up with the iron key in order to get the blood rock, so that I can upgrade this Blade of Mercy to its final level. But I'm just gonna lose a bunch of lives if I go back there. If I go back there and try to grab it while that brain is right there, I'm just gonna lose a bunch. I'm gonna lose a bunch more lives. So I guess let me just wait until, like y'all suggested, I guess let me just wait until I've found a way to get rid of that brain. I do think it is kind of funny that Bloodborne does the classic, like, hey, just to show you how strong you've gotten since earlier in the game. Here's one of the bosses that you fought, like one of the bosses you fought a lot earlier in the game. They're now a regular enemy, and you can beat them, and they're a lot easier now. They do that, and they immediately follow it up with, but also here's one of the enemies from the very beginning of the game. And they're now much stronger now and could easily beat you. So don't get too cocky. Don't start thinking too highly of yourself. And now here's two of them at once. Alright. Dang it, and they got their blood over all over my feather cape. That's gonna take a lot of time to clean out. Although I guess with all the outfits, I guess with all the clothing and Yarnum, really the blood just kind of like the blood is really just part of the fabric. That looks like more Sneckman. Lovely. Oh, wait, hold on. That looks like 4 or 5 Sneckman? Okay, hold on. I've actually got enough... Okay, actually have enough, blood to, like, level up, so I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna go back here and, like, spend all my blood to go level up once, and then I'm gonna... Pokemon Master says, they do love having something you fight early as a big fight than doing a look how far you come moment against a version of it again later. Well, that's just not... That's not just from software. Like, a lot of good video games do that. A lot of good video games do that because it's an easier way of, like, showing player progression. That, like, hey, here's the thing, that thing that gave you a lot of like, one of the earlier bosses, you're so strong now, they're not even a boss, they're just a normal enemy. Okay, what do I want to... Do I want to increase my strength? Skill... I guess I'll increase my skill. Alright, back we go. Pokemon Master says, unless it's Dark Souls 1 where they just lazily slapped a load of Capra demons into space. I wouldn't say lazily. I wouldn't say lazily. I would say rushed, as in like they were probably running out of time. They're probably running out of time, and they had to meet their deadline, like a deadline, and they had to like, and they had to put something there. They had to put something there. Okay, let's try going here again. Wait, what? Did it not work? Okay, I guess those things just don't work. Let me see if I can maybe... Okay, nope. I got a little bit closer than I would have liked. I got a lot closer than I would have liked. Oh my gosh, dang it. Okay, 258. Okay, down to 258 lives. Yeah, I'm down to 258 lives, so... Any donations? Again, every dollar donated will add more lives, so either you sub to the channel, gift subs to the channel, donate bits, or use direct donations, but add more lives to this playthrough. And we'll keep this going long. Oh, damn it. Okay. All right. So now, okay, so I've dealt with those three. Now I gotta deal with the pigs again. And after that, I'm gonna have to get through like 5 of these snackmen who might not be snacks. At least I do pick up, like, some blood vials from fighting them. If I can draw one of the pigs away from the other. Dang it. So this might be where I'm at for the next hour or so. We're about halfway through the stream. So, well, we're halfway through the time I'm able to stream today. So, I might be stuck here for a minute. So I've lost, looking at it, okay, I have a total of 662 lives. I've lost at least 400. Wait, okay, no. Yeah, I think at least 400? So that's that's like 405 I think that's like 405 lives I've lost. And it might be about to be 406 depending on how if I can't beat those pigs again. Oh no, you don't. After fighting Mikolash, I have had quite enough of casters for one day, thank you. Oh, great, they picked up my blood. Pokemon Master Cube says, who's ready for Pokemon 30's Presents and Resident Evil 9 this upcoming week? I would be ready for Resident Evil 9 if it wasn't for my current situation. I'm really excited for Resident Evil 9 and can't wait to play it when I eventually get to it. But I thought it wasn't coming out until March, and I don't have enough money to get it. And I was hoping to before I get it. I was hoping to, before I started it, play a couple other Resident Evils on stream that I wanted to revisit. Like, I wanted to revisit Resident Evil 1 Remake, 2 Remake, and 4 Remake on stream before I play through 9. So, yeah, Resident Evil 9 is one of the games I'm most excited for this year, but it might be some time before I'm able to play it this year. Pokemon Presents, I'm not even sure, like, what they're announced, because, like, they just released a new Pokemon, like, late last year they released a new Pokemon game. So, Pokemon Master Cube says, no 3 Remake. No, I'd like to replay through Resident Evil 3 Remake as well before I play Resident Evil 9. It's just that I don't have a copy. I sold my copy of Resident Evil 3 Remake some years ago, so I need to get, like, a new copy of the game. Yeah, since I did play through, like, the original Resident Evils 1, 2, and 3... Since I played the original Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 last year, I'd like to replay through the remakes of all the first three games. To see, like, which I like to see how the remakes compare to the originals, now that I've actually played the originals. And I'd also like to replay through 4 Remake, because 4 Remake, like right now, 4 Remake is kind of like some of Resident Evil 9's gameplay seems like it's taking some influence from Resident Evil 4 Remake, and like what that added on to like Resident Evil 4 Original's gameplay. And also, I really like Resident Evil 4 Remake, and also there's a playthrough I've been wanting to do on the streams at some point that was like Resident Evil 4 Remake Roulette Run, which I've been slowly preparing for eventually doing that. It's basically like I'd play through Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then just every time I get to a save point, I have to like randomly I have to spin a roulette wheel and like randomize like what weapons I carry. Randomize what weapons I add. Like I already have all weapons bought, and all the weapons I could get are already purchased and in my like storage, but it like what I equip is randomized. Okay, so it's 4 of them. Kind of wish that would hurt then. Kind of wish that would hurt then, but oh well. I see how it is. Okay, if I can separate them, I can deal with them, but... Pucker Mascu says, I'm hoping for the Nassau GameCube release of Coliseum and Gale of Darkness to finally happen, as we were promised them back at the Switch 2 reveal event. We'll probably get a first look at Gen 10, but we just got a new game. As a teaser, like how Sun Moon was teased the early concept art. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Pucker Mascu says, what about playing Outbreak? Gives you character story there for Grace. Well... that's already 4 Resident Evils I want to play before 9. Added on top of everything else I would like to do. So I don't think I could fit in Outbreak. Gosh dang. Oh my god. Okay, that might have... Oh my gosh. Okay, finally got through them. Pokemon Master Cube says, Outbreak is a smaller game because you have to emulate it, that's free. Okay, yeah, but I'd still have to fit it in. Buck Pops and the Quate Legend, welcome in. Hope you all are doing well. Quate Legend, can you help me do a boss co-op? No, I'm playing this for the first time, so I would probably be the least amount of help, to do a boss co-op. I'm playing through this game for the first time, so I'm probably honestly the last person you want to ask for help. Pokemon Master says, plus which depending which boss. Yeah, if it's that... Yeah, that might be a boss I've already passed, so I might not be able to help you out there. Oh. Will you try to kill me? Okay, no, but she doesn't look like she's doing too well. Well, what am I saying? Nobody in Yarnum is doing well. The Quay 8 Legend says she's hard. Pokemon Master says you can help on bosses you already did. It's more ones that you haven't gotten to yet. Ah. Yeah, if I'm about to fight this boss myself, then I'm going to try to fight it myself for the first time. Yeah, I'm going to try to fight this boss myself for the first time, because I've never fought her before, so... Sorry, Quate Legend, but I won't be able to help. You. Alright, so... Wait, Legend says thanks anyways. Yeah, sorry I can't help, but wish you luck. Wish you luck. I wish you luck. Okay, where am I? Oh. Oh. More of you. Is this a boss arena? Or... That's a boss arena. Okay, we're gonna go back down. We're gonna go back down. That is a boss arena. Huh. So the next boss wasn't too far away from Mikolash. Or Mikolash. Oh. Yeah, the next boss was actually like right after him. Alright, so okay, for those who know, for those who have played this game, I think, yeah, I'm like right before Murgo. Or excuse me, not Murgo. I'm right before Murgo's nurse. Pokemon Master Cube says, baby, dreams, a guy being cryptic about dream. What is this, Zet Souls? Pokemon Master Cube, there's a joke I could make about that because of what happened in the previous 2 episodes of Zets. Which I am, like, episodes 22 and 23, but I'm not going to make that joke because I don't want to spoil anyone who's not caught up on the show. But basically, what I will say is that, again, with no spoilers, episode 22 of Zets is making me, Pokemon Master Q says, "Would I be making that joke if I am not up to date? If I'm not up to date? No, you would have to be up to date." Pokemon Master Q says, "All right, Sleepless. Well, it's not just Sleepless. There's other people who are watching this stream in the future. Like someone might watch this stream after I've done it, but they might be. This is an incredibly specific set of circumstances, but there might be someone in the future who is watching Kamen Rider Zets at the same time as they were watching." At the same time as they're watching this playthrough, and I might spoil something for them. I might spoil something for them in the future, and I'd rather not do that. What I will say though is because of like after Zet's episode 22, Slip says I have not started episode 1. Cube Law. This is a joke about how I've not watched any of it. Well, okay. Then what I'm about to say might actually make Sleepless not start it because again, I'm not going to spoil anything. But after Zet's episode 22, I'm kind of like, I'm not disliking the series, but I'm reaching the point where it's like, oh, okay, we're doing this again. We're doing this. Okay. Some of the same flaws that were in previous seasons by this same director have come up again, and it's like, really, you did it again. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna head back down and... Okay, so since I'm at, like, the boss area, I'm gonna head back down. I'm gonna head back to the Hunter's Dream and level up, and then I'm gonna see if I can find a way to, like, get rid of that brain. Now, for those watching who haven't watched Zets and don't know what happens in these episodes, me saying that I had a major problem with an episode, that is a major indictment against that is a major indictment against the show, because if, like, I am the guy who is always glazing Kamen Rider and is always talking about how great it is. So if I've got a major problem with an episode, that's not a great sign. It actually, like, I'm still gonna keep watching the show, of course. It's not like a deal breaker, but it is just like some of the storytelling decisions this director has done in previous seasons. They did them again, and it's like, oh, okay, we're doing this again. Pokemon Rescue says, this is kind of what I was talking about with a writer who are having traits where you can see they're doing the same thing again, but I wasn't referring to Zets. Okay, but after I level up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try... So, for those who are just tuning in and haven't seen any streams before, if you're wondering what's going on, this is something I'm doing called the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon. Basically, I'm trying to raise money because I've been unemployed for like the past 6 months, and while I did get a job, and I am about to start it, I've basically lost all my money that I had while I was trying to find while I was unemployed. So any donations will really help me out as I try to get my life back on track. How this works is I'm playing through Bloodborne for the first time, and every dollar donated will add more lives. So, and also all the donations will count towards these donation goals. Now we've passed the first 6 donation goals, so I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to do a Pokemon Smasher Pass stream. I'm gonna have to draw characters suggested by all from memory. I'm gonna have to play God Hand for the first time, which I am doing that right now. Y'all are gonna get to decide the 200th playthrough for the channel. I'm gonna do a Capcom Fighters Marathon from Hell, which is I'm gonna be playing a bunch of Capcom Fighters with some challenges in place to make it more difficult. I'm gonna play through The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the first time. And we're currently at $612 donated in total, and we're working our way towards the $700 donation goal, which is y'all getting to decide a new emote for the channel. Basically, if we reach that goal, then I'll put I'll make like a forum where y'all can suggest like different ideas for new emotes for the channel, and then I'll like decide which of those emote ideas would actually work for the channel, and then I will let y'all vote to decide which of those emote ideas y'all'd like to see me do. Or y'all'd like to see for the channel, and then I'll commission, whichever ends up winning the vote, I'll commission an artist to make that emote. If we reach $800, I'll do some D&D solo adventures. That's some smaller D&D. That's like D&D solo adventures will be like some smaller D&D campaigns which are designed to be played by one person. So if we reach those, I'll like make some characters in D&D, and y'all get to, like, and that will be influenced by y'all, and then I'll play through some smaller campaigns on stream. If we reach $900, y'all get to then I'll play through Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time. I've tried a couple Sonic games, but I've never beaten one. This would be me playing through and fully beating a Sonic game for the first time. And if we reach $1,000, y'all get to decide a game I must 100%. So I'll go through all of the games on my PC and PS5, decide what games that I'd be willing to like fully play through until I get like all the achievements or all the trophies, and then let y'all vote which of those games I end up playing. So, if you're able to, please consider donating, again, either through subs, bits, and gift subs if you're watching on Twitch. And if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, direct donations really help me out a lot more, because I'll be able to receive the money that you donate immediately instead of having to wait over a month. So he says, provided it's not a thing that irks me in the writing, I'm usually not upset about them doing similar plot setups between things, but if it's a plot that was bad, then I'm not a fan. If I can ask, because Digimon seems to be about to pull something the writer is known to do, and almost everything you've written game-wise. Hacking in line action time, being a secondary writer, they're brought in just to do what they're known for. Sleep says, I need to watch more Beat Break on episode 10 after just one of the Digimon turned evil. This last week at Thurka, I was watching Gundam Ibbo, and I'm getting close to the end. They're fighting the mobile armor right now. I've been hearing really good things about Beat Break, about Digimon Beat Break myself. And there are a couple anime I really need to get back to watching. I was planning on watching them this week, but then I fell down a rabbit hole of watching a bunch of kung fu a bunch of Chinese martial arts movies that have been on my list of things to watch for a long time. Like I've watched like 40 kung fu action movies. Alright, let's try... Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. Okay, so this time... Okay, so what I'm going to do is, instead of going to fight Murgo's Wet Nurse, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try to get all the items I can from that brain. So, for those who have played this game before, I actually could use some advice here. How do I get rid of that? How do I get rid of that brain so it stops causing me frenzy, so that I could get the items that are right next to it? Do I need to beat the next boss, or is there some? So it says you drop it down the tower. I do not remember how. Okay. Okay. This will probably kill me, but let me try to see if there's like something near it that I can use to like drop it down the tower. Pokemon Rescue says, because it's doing all the same sort of things they did in 3 Precure series I wrote. The last Digimon series they did Gundam G Fighter. See, this is all just telling me that I do need to watch Beat Break. Okay, I'm gonna hang out right here in case this is where I need to go, where I need to be at in order to get rid of that thing. Because it's hanging in the tower right there, so I would assume that if it's... And I haven't seen any side paths that would take me to, like, something that would drop it, so... So it says start at Murgo's left loft middle lantern, and then roll onto the open window as you're riding the elevator down. Okay. Okay, so that's why the elevator is actually left open. So there's an open window I need to go. So let's see if I can find it. Okay, there. That's where I need to do this. Gosh damn it. Okay. See, this is why in this circumstance I am okay with asking y'all for help with this, because if I mistime this and get it wrong, if I had just tried to like search around for it, I would end up losing a lot of lives. Which, considering that I do not have that many, would not be that great. Okay, so I need to write this down. Okay, let's try this again. Are you kidding? What? Okay. $255 lives remaining. All right. All right. Let me try again. Let me try this again. I need to get the camera at the right angle to where I can see where I'm going. There, okay, got it. Okay. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, great. Those things cause frenzy, too. Sleep says, wait, you have 0 insight. Yes, I do. Although that doesn't seem to be helping me. That doesn't seem to be helping me that much. Okay, so I'm guessing I need to keep. I guess it's nice of the. I guess it is nice of them to show me the enemy from afar. Oh gosh, what the hell? That is disgusting. Great, so it's mini. Okay, so it's smaller brains that'll inflict for me with frenzy. Okay, wonderful. That's gonna kill me. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to die. So I'm gonna have to jump down there again. All right. Fucking Massachusetts, it just makes me think of the frenzy brain things in Shadow of the Earth Tree, which are not fun for someone who struggles to parry. Sleep says, one could call them the brain trust immensis. I guess I could call them that if I knew what a brain trust is. Thanks. So I have to get onto this hidden path again in order to... Yeah, I have to get onto this hidden path again if I want to, Oh, I can actually see them over there from up here. Yeah, so... So I'm gonna need to keep getting to this path every time. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be impossible to... Well, no, I can't really sneak up on any enemies. I'm too... My feet are... I'm too loud. What? Is it still going? Oh my god. So even if I get out of their line of sight, I guess I didn't get out of their line of sight well enough. No. Okay. I don't know if it's possible for me to beat these things. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try and run past them because I don't know if it's even possible for me to beat them. So you could you could take them one at a time, or just run past them. Try not to get too much further. I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure if it's possible for me to take them on. I'm not doing enough damage to like. I'm not doing enough damage to really damage them. I gotta avoid that grab. So I think the blue elixir gives increased frenzy resistance. Let us check. See, a type of effect that numbs the brain. Okay, that might. Gotcha, see, welcome in. Welcome to the Bloodborne emergency Donothon. Okay, let's try this again. So I think I did. Okay, I did lower the life for dying that. Yeah, I did lower the life bar or the number of lives for dying that time. Okay. So, for those who are just tuning in, wondering what's going on, this is actually my first time playing Bloodborne, and because I've been unemployed for the past few months, what I'm doing is I'm playing through Bloodborne for the first time, and I've got a limited number of lives in place. Well, I've got a limited number. I have to beat the game with a limited number of lives. So that, like, that number in the bottom left corner, that white number that's in the bottom left corner, that's how many lives I have left. And how it works is every dollar donated, either through subs, bits, gift subs, or direct donations, that will count to, that will add more lives to my total number of lives. So if I don't beat the game, if I run out of lives before I beat the game, that'll be it. That's the end of the playthrough. So this Brawl's working on dropping the mother brain down the elevator shaft. Oh, now I understand the Metroid reference. Okay, now I get why you've been making Metroid. Now I get Sleepless. Now I get why you've been making that. Now I get why you've been making so many Metroid references lately. Gotcha C says, "Oh, we'll help you. We've been playing for the last few nights. Just trust what we say." Gotcha C, I appreciate the help, but there's been more than once where people have said that exact line, and then told me the exact opposite of, told me something that ended up being very untrustworthy. So for my own safety, I will have to be a bit cautious towards any advice. Oh my gosh. Not this again. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to try and run it past them. That was probably the wrong move. Dang, they move fast. Ow. Ow. Dang it, even if I don't... TikTok Heart says, I'm trustworthy, but I also won't give you advice, so... Well, in a way, that means that you don't end up giving me bad advice, Detective Heartache, so fair enough. Gotchel C says, I love the Jeepers Creeper look, LMAO. It is really interesting. So it is kind of funny, but also it's totally in the style of like what FromSoft games usually do, where they would include one of the most messed up and terrifying enemies that could kill you the most easily in a side area. Okay, the frenzy is just building. Wow, okay, it looks like they just... okay, let me try this out. Well, it makes me invisible. Book it! Book it! Ow. 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 Oh, they're just standing right there to give me friendly. The frenzy is still building. The frenzy is still building. Oh. Let me just sneak past the spiders. Yeah, I'm just gonna sneak past these spiders. Sue says, get out of the door and stop building frenzy. I'm trying to get past the spiders, okay? But I did it. There. Okay. That looks like the lever I'm looking for, but I'm gonna be cautious here. Oh, there's a cutscene for this. Gotchel C says, I usually play PS5 and Xbox Live. Hooray! I did it. Soup says, see? Mother brain. No, the Metroid references definitely make sense here. How am I gonna get back down, though? Wait. Wait, hold on a second. How am I gonna get back out? I'm gonna have to run all the way back through that, aren't I? Do I kill myself? Soup says, Bold Hunter mark. I used up all my Bold Hunter marks. Do I kill myself here and let me take the hit so that I can just not go through with all that again? Or do I try to go back through all that and probably die? Pokemaster Cube says, that probably won't come back to bite you. Totally not. Pokemaster Cube, I've just accepted at this point that everything in this game is going to come back to bite me at some point. Gotcha, he says, be brave. Be brave. Okay, I'll try to be brave. Even though that goes against every single lesson that FromSoft has taught me in all their games I've played, I will try to be brave. In most other games, giant spiders with human heads would be like the creepiest enemy in there, creepiest enemy in the game. In this game, it doesn't even crack like the top 5. All right, let's go. Let's see if this works. Book it, book it, book it, book it. Ow! Hooray, I made it. Ow. How do I get out of here? Gotcha, Cisa, stop running, lol. No! Oh. Okay. Huh. I guess I have to find some other... Maybe I should have actually stopped. Maybe I should have actually stayed in that room with the spiders and tried to find some other route. So I'm gonna have to run back through this again. Okay. Ow. Run, 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 run. Okay, is there any sort of door around here? Any sort of other door around here? Enhance your weapon? Don't you worry, I've been doing that. That's the whole reason I got rid of that brain, so I could find the blood rock to enhance one of my weapons to max level. And also just because I don't like that. Also because I don't like that giant brain. Oh. Great. Now, come on! Oh, okay, I'm back here. Okay. I don't like those noises, though. Pokemon Rescue says, this is all the wiki says for Blood Rock. The main game contains one Blood Rock per new game circle. It's found in your Nightmare Mess's middle loft. The iron door key unlocks the door to the left area left when you enter make the last room. Okay. So let me search around here. Oh, there's just eyes on the wall. There's eyes everywhere. Gotch'll see, that's cheating. Yes, it is, Gotch'll see. And normally I try to go through this without looking up stuff. Normally I try to go through these playthroughs without looking up stuff, and I've actually done that for a majority of this, for a majority of my time in this game. However, this is the one sort of circumstance where, because I have so few limited lives... Because I have so few limited lives, and I would have died a ton of times against that thing. A lot of needless deaths against that thing. Decided to this one time cheat. Got Chelsea says, oh, it's Chelsea lol. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. That just sounds nasty. Okay, so where is this thing? It might be back through here, which means I'd have to go back, through here and deal with this again. I am down to like only 6 blood vials. Oh, of course. Pokemon Master says it's annoyingly vague and not helped with the map. It's annoyingly vague and not helped with the map not marking it. Annoyingly vague is, I mean, I would normally I would. I can't really find myself getting too angry at that because annoyingly vague is very much like that's From Software has built an entire they have become a titan of the gaming industry off of being annoyingly vague. Well, I'm dead. Yep, okay. Damn. Got Chelsea says I would use the sword. I mean, I've got a sword here, but it's my backup weapon. Well, I mean, I've actually got 3 swords, because I've got the Blade of Mercy here, which is a sword, and then I can separate it into 2 swords. And then I've also got the Holy Moonlight sword, which I can, well, so it's my 3rd sword. So yeah, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I've got plenty of swords. Okay, so we'll go... I guess I need to go... Well, I can kind of go down... Now that I've actually done that, I can just go down here. Without having to, like, jump off there. Okay. Go Chelsea says, "Are you protected?" In Bloodborne is anything ever really protected? Nothing's ever safe in Yarnum. Potions and magic, lol. No, I mean, I've got to, like, I've got my blood vials here. I've been going for more of a skill build. So I've been using, like, I don't really have any, like, these spells. Yeah, I don't have any of the spell. Oh, haven't been using any of the spells, and I've been mainly, like, using faster weapons. Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay, got him. So I'm gonna let me keep going through here. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with Frenzy during this part now, since I dropped the brain. And then after... Okay, we've got about an hour left in the stream. After I get the Blood Rock and, like, upgrade the Blades of Mercy to final level, to, like, their highest level, then I'll try to fight Murgo's Wet Nurse at least once. Okay, might be... No, it's not there. Well, I feel like I should be able to jump down to there, but I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I do not want to jump down to there. Robot says, question, have you gotten to the Upper Cathedral Ward yet? I don't think so. Also, hi, Robot, welcome in. Yeah, I don't think so. I did get to, like, the upper layer. I did get to the upper level of, like, the initial clinic. Yeah, the clinic that you start in. So for those just tuning in, I've gotten down to like 252 lives. So I've lost quite a few lives. I did beat Mikolash though. Did not like that guy. And I'm almost at, like, I found the area for Murgo's Wet Nurse. Go out onto that bridge you got to from the gate you opened. Robot says no one likes him. Honestly, it wasn't that, like, it just kind of felt disappointing, really. It was kind of a similar situation to the Shadows of Yharnam, where it's like, I am in a nightmare realm. I am in a nightmare realm. A hell where only madmen thrive. and wicked gods gaze down at their little playground. Little playground to watch us dancing around, sacrificing each other as toys for their enjoyment. And the boss for this part was just some guy who kind of ran around. Didn't do he had like 2 big attacks, but yeah, they were they weren't really unique. There were like 2 attacks that I can do. I'm gonna ask you to stop on this bridge, go to the opposite railing. Over here. Now, normally I'd be playing normally I would be playing God Hand on Sundays. However, I'm not, because I'm starting my new job this week. I'm not gonna stream for most of the weekdays. I'm not gonna stream during the week on any of the weekdays this week, so that while I'm starting this new job, I can kind of see like what it's gonna be like working it, and that'll help me decide like how I want to do streams during the weekdays while I'm training. Make your way up the bridge, slowly watching that side, okay? We're looking for a hole you can go through. Do you mean this hole? That's a very big hole. Yes, down there. Okay. So yeah, ow. Of course they'd make me have to like take some damage in order to get the thing. Of course they would. Yeah, so no God Hand tonight. Instead, more Bloodborne. There we go, got the rock. Even the walls have eyes. Also, I won't be... Okay, the next stream probably won't be until next Sunday. And that, instead of Bloodborne or God Hand, next Sunday stream is going to be some Street Fighter 6. Because I didn't get to play Street Fighter 6 on my birthday because of and instead started God Hand. And only, and had to start God Hand instead of playing Street Fighter 6. Well, this upcoming Sunday is March 1st, which is Chun-Li's canon birthday. And well, if I couldn't play Street Fighter 6 on my birthday, why not play it on like the birthday of one of my favorite fighting game characters? So yeah, a Sunday stream is going to be a whole it's going to be some Street Fighter 6, and that'll also be good to catch up on like all the things that happen during the week, because I'm expecting that, since I'm willing to bet that's because I'm not going to be able to stream, because I'm not streaming for most of the next week. That's going to be when like a bunch of announcements or like a bunch of important stuff happens. Go Chelsea says, my birthday is March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Well, happy early birthday. I hope you have a good one. Robot says, congrats, the only blood rock you can find. You can buy them for 60 insight, though. Yeah, that's why I went here, Robot. Oh, I'm around here. Oh. Okay, no, it's just here. But yeah, thanks, Robot. That's why I came here. I wanted that blood rock so that I could upgrade Blade of Mercy to like its final level. I'm gonna have to go through the spider room again. Okay. So, I have 2 choices. I can either run back through the spider room, run out of here, run back down to where those giants are guarding here, run past them, run past the werewolves that are guarding them, go and run and just book it. Sprint as fast as my little legs can carry. Sprint as fast as my mortal human legs can carry me, all the way back to the lamppost, or I fight my way back through this other end. I'll probably go through this end just because there's like the lamppost is closer here. Sue says, Go Chelsea says, you're so behind. I hate spiders bad. I mean, I don't like them either. Oh, Crowbot says, okay, so question. Did you ever pick up the Upper Cathedral Ward key? Would have been in the Unseen Village. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check my giant keyring. Marzico Fan says, cowardice in some cases is underrated. That's been me going... That's basically been my motto for going through this area. Okay. Odilon, Lunarium, Lecture Key. Let's see. We got Odin Tomb Key. We got a Lunarium Key. We got a Lecture Theater Key. An Iron Door Key. Nope, no Upper Cathedral Ward key. Sleeper says, why not just take the elevator down here? That's what I'm doing down here. That's what I'm doing. Pardon me, gents. Go Chelsea says, I'm 5'11", legs for days. I don't want to see more. Well, legs are wonderful things, but legs are wonderful things because if you have them and you're skilled enough, you can use them to spin in the air like a helicopter. Pokemon Cube says legs would be wonderful if they worked. That is true. Okay, so I don't have enough to do this. Oh. Okay, I didn't mean to just run away from her there. Robot says, well, not tonight, but I recommend at some point looking up how to find the key. Yes, this is another trust me moment. There's been a lot of those this stream. There's been quite a few of those this stream. Fucking Rescue says, last thing you want to say to a wheelchair user. Now prepare for wheelchair jousting as punishment. I apologize then. I apologize then. As recompense, if I can ever get the opportunity and enough money, I will help you outfit weapons to. I will help you outfit whatever weapons you want to your wheelchair. Sleep says, could you imagine how unfortunate it would be for a centaur if they had their hind legs broken? Hi, I never thought about it. You got a point. You got a point there. Pokemon Master Cube says, I just want a team of huskies to pull it out. Okay, here we go. Oh. That's like one of the few... that I haven't earned that many trophies in this game. That's like one of the first ones I got. Well, Pokemon Master Cube, I'll see what I can do. It'll take a lot of money and a lot of time, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, so that's that upgraded. Hooray. Okay, we'll now go back here. Okay, so for those just coming in and wondering where I'm at, so okay, for those just coming in and wondering where I'm at, so as far as the main story goes, I've reached Murgo, like the loft where the boss arena where Murgo's wet nurse is. I haven't gone in and fought her. I haven't gone in and fought them yet, but I have reached that area. And then as far as the DLC, because I have been going through the DLC, I beat Ludwig, And I just, like, reached the start of the second area in the DLC, which I will return to. So as far as... Okay, I guess we've got about an hour left, so hold on. Because El Robot asked me to get this, and so that I'll go ahead and try to get this, like, I'll go ahead and try to get this, the key to the Upper Cathedral Ward. If I can reach it. Yeah, if I can reach it, because... Yeah, if I can find it, I'll try to get it. Because that way I just remember to do it right now. Okay. So, whilst I'm looking up how... I'm just going to look up how to get this key. It looks like we're going to have to... Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to go back to Yahar'gul Unseen Village. It looks like I'm going to have to go back to Yahar'gul. Pokemon Mask uses the Souls games are pretty decent about trophies, mainly beat X boss, max a weapon, one for each ending, get all spells, get all rings, or equivalent. Okay, so... Sorry, just that last one you mentioned there about getting all rings, that just made me remember Eternal Ring and the crazy upper, like, ring system that game had. Okay, but... So yeah, while I'm looking this up and seeing where I have to go to next, just gotta mention that, as always, because this is the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon, any donations are appreciated. If you're not able to donate or don't feel like donating, that's okay. Thank you. Just watching the stream is already nice, because I've mentioned this earlier, but yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I'm enjoying this playing this game a lot more because I'm streaming it instead of doing this in my own time. This is one of those games where I'm having a much better time because I'm playing it while getting to talk with people. But anyway, so the way, if you weren't here for the earlier streams or just need a reminder of how this works, I'm playing through Bloodborne with a limited number of lives, and every dollar donated to the stream will add more lives. So we've already passed the first 6 donation goals, which is me doing a Pokemon Smash or Pass stream that's going to have to happen in the future. Me drawing characters suggested by all from memory. That will happen in the future. Playing through God Hand for the first time. I am doing that, but that actually started a little bit earlier than I expected. Most of these donation goals won't happen until after Bloodborne is done. Until after I've either beaten Bloodborne or I've run out of lives for the Donathon. Or I've run out of lives and lost. And a lot of them won't happen until I've moved out of my parents' house. Because just for a lot of these donation goals, they'll work better if I'm in a place with a bit more space and a bit more freedom for streaming time. So we've passed the $400 donation goal, which is y'all getting to decide the 200 playthrough. The reason that's special is, like, when that happens, when I start doing the 200 playthrough, every single stream will be that game until Every single stream will be that game until I beat it. So I'm coming up with a list of games that could work for the 200 playthrough, and then I'll let y'all decide which of those games y'all want to be that. Then we also passed the $500 donation goal, so I will be doing a Capcom Fighters Marathon from Hell. That's gonna be like that's gonna be a stream where I'm gonna play through a bunch of Capcom fighting games with challenges in place to make it more difficult. Then we passed the $600 goal, so I'm gonna play the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the first time. I've never played Wind Waker before. I've played a couple Zeldas. Late last year, I played I forget if it was it was like 2024. Yeah, it was 2024 that I played Twilight Princess. Has it really already been over a year since I played Twilight Princess? That feels... Yeah, because that was 2024. Because that was the year I played blonde. That was the year I played games starring blonde guys with swords. Because that was the year I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time. I played Final Fantasy VII Remake for the first time. I played Twilight Princess for the first time. That was the year that Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 came out. And Titus is kind of like dirty blonde hair, and he has a chain sword as one of his weapons. I think that was that might have been the year that I played through Dragon Quest XI on stream. Yeah, I remember correctly. That was also the year I played through Dragon Quest XI on stream. But anyway, so yeah, I've played a couple of Zelda games, but I'm either revisiting the ones I played because it's been a long time, or I'm playing through a bunch of them for the first time. And Wind Waker is one of those where I'd be playing through them for the first time. And if we reach, we're currently working our way towards the $700 donation goal. Which, if we reach that, then I'm going to, then y'all get to decide a new emote for the channel. So yeah, if we reach, we're currently at $612 donated in total. So every dollar donated is appreciated. Remember that if you're watching on Twitch, subs, bits, and gift subs do count towards the direct donations, as well as subs, bits, and gift subs do count towards the Donathon, and direct donations also count. So direct donations actually help out a lot more because I'll receive the money you donate immediately instead of having to wait for like half a month or like over a month at this point. So if you're able to, please consider donating. And remember, every dollar donated will add more lives to that counter. Go Chelsea says, Lo siento. I didn't mean to be just suggestive. Sorry, everyone. No, you're fine. You're fine. I just might have missed your your message that you were saying because I've been trying to figure out where to go next. Fucking Mascu says we need more chainsaw swords in games. Okay. Okay, I see where I need to go. I see where I need to go now. Fucking Mascu, thank you. So. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to Yahar'gul. It might be better. Okay, it actually looks like... Okay, sorry, I'm gonna actually go back. It looks like Yahar'gul Chapel is actually closer to where I need to go. Yeah, normally I would just like try to find these things myself, but at this point, with how late in the game I am, and with how good at hiding stuff FromSoft is, I do kind of need like a, I do kind of need to use like a guide to find. If there's something specific y'all want me to look for, or y'all want me to find, I probably need to use a guide to find it. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I need to go back this way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch out, but they're waiting up there to grab me. I forgot about the nightmare laser. 251 lives remaining. So I'll just need to sprint through that. Fucking Mascu says, interesting its laser misses the guy on the stairs. No, that's definitely intentional. Of course these beings beyond comprehension can decide who they want their lasers to affect. Okay, so it looks like I gotta go past through there. Detective Hark says he is all brain. True. Okay, it looks like this thing is up here. Okay. Okay, gosh. Alright, let me try. Ow. You doing okay there? They're probably not doing that okay. Actually, it doesn't look. It looks like I can't attack them. Well, okay then. Okay, that's not where... It's not here. Uh-oh. Fuck! Shut up! Okay, now, ow, ow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Matthew says there is a drop down to find. Okay, so I need to find a place to drop down to. Ow. Or what says the break in the fence next to the healing hag. Okay? Okay, I hope you're all right about this. Well, there's some frenzy cold blood there. Whoa! Great. Okay, I'm down here. Okay, I guess I'll go back up here. Oh, is it that thing in there? Okay, so is this that thing that's in here? Because I noticed that there was something in there. Alright, where is the heck is that? Uh-oh. Everyone says yes, you need to drop from above to get it. Okay. I will look for a way to get there. And you know what? Just for the record, fuck you. There's probably a small hole in the middle somewhere that walkway above. Okay, I'll try to find it. Duh. So there's one of those bell ringing ladies around here. Uh-oh! There's some other ladies right. There's some other ladies around here as well. Ones who are particularly not happy to see me. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, there you are. Okay, so I need to go in here. Yeah, I need to go here. Wait, my excuse is by... There's a gap in the low wall by where you walk by. Okay. We just try and find it. Oh, there. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got the key. Let me go find a way back to, Let me find a way back to a lamp, then, so I can get out of here. Pokemon Cube says, cue FF victory music. What do you mean? We've got... Well, as it just so turns out, we have a way you can do that. I knew having those sound alerts was a good idea. Pokemon Cube says, reading that menu is tiny text, so hard for me. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I did not know that. My apologies. Pokemon Cube says, you got the Zelda chest opening theme? I do not, but that's a good idea. I should get that one. For the ones we do... So just to tell you what sound alerts we do have, Pokemon Cube, there's this one. We got this one. This one.
Emotional damage.
We had to have... I had to add this one. This was like the first one I added. Then this. Then this one, because of the Halo streams. Then this one.
Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting.
Of course, I had to do add this one because of all the puns we make. And of course, and lastly, the FF7 victory fanfare. Robot says, but yes, now that you have it, remember that tower in the Cathedral War with that door and all the vases in front of it? Kinda, yeah, I kinda do remember that. Okay, let me go... Well, I have to run back through here, but... Rolling! 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 Alright, back to Cathedral Ward. Slip says you can now unlock that door and access a completely optional area. Okay. I will do that then. Pokemon Cube says, well, given the time, I'll need to get bed, so I'll trust the other's guidance. Good night. Good night, Pokemon Cube. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good week. Okay, so Cathedral Ward, first floor, sick room. I guess. Okay, I gotta remember how I got to there. I think it was... Yeah, I gotta remember how I got to that upper level of Cathedral. Oh, wait. I can... Wait, no, I opened up the gateway, so I can just get there. I don't have to take the route around that I took. That went through the now I remember. I went through the poison swamp to get there, so... Hey, how's it going? Okay, so I could just go to the first floor sick room. Yeah, I could just go to the first floor sick room and then quickly find my way back around to there. Okay, we'll go there. Since y'all want to see me go there, I will. No idea what this will lead me to, but I guess we'll just see. We do have only about 30 minutes left in the stream, so just a reminder again that because I'll be starting my new job, because I'll be starting my new job, there won't be the next stream won't be until next Sunday, and I'll be playing some Street Fighter 6 on that day. Yeah, I'll be playing some Street Fighter 6 on that day, because the werewolf's not here anymore. Because while I'm with me starting my new job this week, this will be I'm gonna use this time. I won't be streaming for much of this week, so that I could kind of figure out how streaming during the week is gonna work while I'm training during this new job. Oh, they're just dead. Okay. Everyone says, "Hey, that's Lawrence. You just slayed his nightmare." Well, I didn't slay his nightmare, but I did. I didn't slay his nightmare, but I did meet the fellow. I did meet the fellow, and he greeted me by two-shotting me. But okay, let's go find that other. Let me go find that other door. Let me see if there's any. Yeah, let me use these. Like, our boss says, yeah, the door isn't here, it's in Cathedral Ward. Oh, okay, so I have to go. Okay, right. One of y'all mentioned it earlier. You remember that tower in the Cathedral Ward with that door and all the vases in front of it? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so there was a door in Cathedral Ward. Look for a door in Cathedral Ward with a bunch of vases in front of it. Okay, so I teleported to the wrong area. I should have teleported back. I should have stayed in Cathedral Ward. I had it right the first time. I should have gone to Cathedral Ward. Okay, my mistake. Let me go back there. Okay, I'll need to find... Still like, yeah, it's still creepy out here. I mean, it's Yarnum. It's always creepy out here. Okay, I'm just gonna look where to use this key, so that I'm not. So we've got less than 30 minutes around. Less than 30 minutes left. Let me use this to kind of search to find. Okay, the top of the Healing Church Workshop. So that's through here. Yeah, let me use this to kind of help me. Let me just use this to kind of figure out where I'm supposed to go from here. Ludacris3 watching over on YouTube says, hey, how are you? Doing alright. Welcome to the stream. We don't have much longer yet left, only about like 30 minutes, but welcome in. Alright, that means I'm gonna have to go through here. Oh, I actually one-shot him. Huh. Well, I guess I am a lot stronger than I was when I first visited here. Oh, that means I'm going to have to deal with the gunman. Okay. I'm still going to be careful here, because I don't want to, like, carelessly lose lives. There, okay. Whew. So yeah, if you're just tuning in and wondering what's going on, this is something I've been doing called the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon. I'm basically playing through Bloodborne for the first time, but I have a limited number of lives. So, and every dollar donated either through subs, bits, gift subs on Twitch, or direct donations to my direct donations to my PayPal will add more lives, which you can kind of see how many lives I have left by that counter in the bottom left corner. So it's a lot easier to deal with them when you can just kill the impediments in 1 or 2 hits. Yes, it is. Although I'm still gonna be careful because I do not want to just. Yeah, that's why. That's why I was trying to be careful. Okay. I am down to only 250 lives remaining. So I have to be... So if there are no more donations made for the rest of the Donathon, that means I have to beat the remaining bosses... I have to beat the remaining bosses in the main story and the DLC with only 250 lives. And that sounds like a lot at first, but for comparison, I started this stream with 271 lives remaining. So yeah, there's it's very easy. I very quickly lose lives in these streams. Okay, so watch, that guy's there. Okay. So yeah, we won't. Oh dang, we only got a little over 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to unlock that door. Yes, it is. Right. Actually, no. Now that I've fully upgraded the Blade of Mercy, let me see how much damage it does. Okay, 120 physical attack plus 111 bonus from the gems I've equipped to it. So that's about 231 plus 60 arcane attacks. So that's like, I'm assuming that's just a flat addition, so that's like 231, that's 291, so about 300 damage. So if I can get any more materials to upgrade, next focus should be upgrading the Holy Moonlight Sword. Thank you. Oh yeah, let me get rid of them first. Yeah, okay. Got him. Only took me 3 tries. So I need to go up here, I'm guessing. So yeah, won't be back till next stream. Won't be until next Sunday. However, just to mention, if there are any donations made to my PayPal off stream, which has happened before, if those do happen, I'll make a note of them and I'll add those to the. I'll make sure and I'll count those towards the Donathon. And that will increase the number of that'll increase my remaining lives as well as count towards the donation. Oh, this door. Okay. Well, I couldn't not break the pots here. So this is now credit to the devs here. They did try to lock these horrors away. Do you mean the devs, or do you mean like the people of Yharnam? No, I guess let me keep that. Use the gun. All right. Let's see what I'm dealing with here. The choir. Okay. A robot wanted me to visit here, so I'm guessing that there's something... I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of things here that will try to kill me. Like that. Well, that might not have tried to kill me if I didn't attack it first, but I wasn't going to take that chance. Wait. This area actually has background music. No other area in the game has that background music. A robot, what did you get me into? Robot says the choir, the upper echelon of the healing church. This is where they conducted their experiments. Ah, I see. Oh, great, they have magic. Yeah, the fact that this place actually has background music when no other place in Bloodborne has kind of immediately sets the tone. Sets a not good tone. Or a worrying tone, I should say. Oh, Sleep says, I think technically speaking this is the highest point we're able to visit in Yharnam. Yeah, okay, I can see what you mean, because I can see, like, that central area. Yeah, I can see that area down there. It's also freezing up here. I hope the bird feather cloak keeps me warm. Yeah, I can see down that open area where, like, there were a lot of where there were a couple of the big guys, the church servants. What the hell are these things? Oh, they're probably experiments conducted by the church, aren't they? Yeah, these seem like experiments conducted... Yeah, these look like they're experiments conducted by the church. Or people that were experimented upon. Robot says, failed newborn great ones. Everybody in Yharnam always talk about these great ones. They don't seem... What's so great about these great ones? They don't seem so great. More like the not-so-great ones. Yeah, I cannot describe how the fact that this area... I cannot describe how the fact that this area actually has, like, a background track is very... actually has background music is very unsettling. Of course, closed by device, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that then. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, so they build up some sort of poison. Oh, it's frenzy again. Gosh dang it! Everything builds up dang frenzy in this game. Why would they need the poisons? They always everything's got frenzy. Of course, it's frenzy. Everything builds up frenzy. All these enemies with frenzy are making me miss the poison making me miss the poisonous enemies. I guess let me have a look around here. Oh boy. Okay, how dangerous are these birds? Sleeper says, "Look, you'd go mad too if you were the failed experiment to create a new elder god. I guess that is fair." Robot says, "Because these things are filled with the forbidden knowledge of the universe." All right, okay, let's go. Let me check to see what's here. Oh, that's what's here. I feel like I'm gonna need this. Well, let's be careful as I go through here. Okay, choir garb. That sounds like there's more of those things about. Let's check that. Let me check this direction first. Okay, well let me check this direction then. Dang, this really does, okay, like, Castle Canehurst was the most horror-feeling area in the game, was, like, the most, like, pure horror-feeling area in the game up to that point, This feels even, more like a, yeah, this feels even more like a horror area. Like, that was a horror jump scare right there. Oh, hello. Okay, that thing's gonna jump out and attack me if I... Oh, they actually jumped through the window. That's cool. Dang, that was probably been like a great... That would probably been a great moment if I hadn't, like, turned my camera away, like, right before it happened. It kind of sounds like they're following me. I can go down there. Let me look around up here first, though. It's not open from this side. Okay. So says, stairs. Can't be a part of Yarnum without them. Oh. The werewolves. Oh, good. We're back to having werewolves. Oh, no. We're back to having werewolves. Damn it. Sleep says good use of the stairs as a choke point. Well, thank you, but it seems like the only one who ended up choking was me. Okay, we've got like less than 10 minutes left, so I'm not really sure what all I can do here. Oh, there's one right behind those guys. Okay. Okay, let me go back to the Hunter's Dream and let me go back to the Hunter's Dream and see if there's anything I can upgrade. Or if I can somehow, like, level up a little bit. But yeah, like I said, there won't be a stream. There won't be, like, the next stream won't be until next Sunday, and that'll be some more, that'll be some Street Fighter 6. After, yeah, I know, sorry to, like, take a bit of a week off, because I know I'm kind of behind on everything I'm trying to play right now, but this will really help me figure out, like, what'll be the, like, how I can make streaming work, like, what time, what days, and for how long I can make streaming work while I'm starting this new job. But after next week, I'll be, yeah, like, excuse me, after next Sunday, I'll be right back to Bloodborne. And again, I'll mention this in the Discord. I'll mention this in the Discord. But if anyone, even though I won't be streaming, y'all are free to still donate directly to my PayPal while I'm not streaming. And if anyone does do that, it will count towards the it will count towards the Donothon. That will add more lives to the how many lives I have left, and it will count towards our donation goals. Sleep says there's two optional bosses up here. One is what Cube was saying as one of his least favorite bosses, and the other is kind of tied to a plot thread you've given up on. Oh. Wait, is this a case of I gave up on the plot thread, or just I missed it? I missed it and didn't realize I missed it. Sleep says you gave up on it. Oh. Was it related to, like, it deals with Canehurst and the Vile Bloods? Oh. Well, I wouldn't say, well, I didn't exactly give, if it's related to the Canehurst and the Vile Bloods, I didn't exactly give up on it. It's just I got, I've been stonewalled by, I've been stonewalled by Ligarius, and I keep going back. If I can actually beat him, then sure, I'll continue it. But, if I can actually beat him, I'll continue that, but I just, haven't been able to yet. Errol says, not missing much there. Okay, let's see if I can actually upgrade my, let me see if I can upgrade the Holy Moonlight Sword. Nope. I need bloodstone chunks, and I don't, yeah, don't have enough to get any bloodstone chunks. Can I, let me check back here. If I don't have enough blood echoes to level up, and I can't get any, like, upgrade items. No, it's still just bloodstone shards. In that case, I might use these remaining blood echoes just to buy more, vials. I guess, yeah, I'll sell that. I wonder what these are used for. Of all strange life forms that reside in the nooks and crannies of the old labyrinth, the slugs are clear signs of left behind old ones. Yeah, I wonder what all of these things are for. The bloodshot eye, the bloodshot eyeball, the red jelly, pearl slug, inflicted organ, and yellow backbone. I guess I'll use these for... Yeah, I guess I'll just get more blood vials. Yep. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of blood vials. How many do I have left? Okay, 114 plus the 24 I'm carrying, so I should be good for now. Okay, I'm fine there as well. Okay, so now I've got a couple more paths opened up for me to go towards. I can continue going through Upper Cathedral Ward, try and fight Murgo's Wet Nurse, continue the DLC, try to challenge Ligarius again, or go back to the Nightmare Frontier, which I haven't been back to in a long time. So, I've got, between all those, I should make an effort to return to each of those, to each of those lingering threads. But, yeah. With that, okay, so yeah, I've got like 5 areas I can go to that I'll have to revisit at some point. So, that'll be it for the stream tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, I'll be back on I won't be back until next Sunday, and then I'll be playing some Street Fighter 6 for Chun-Li's birthday, and also because it's March 1st is Chun-Li's birthday, and since I couldn't play Street Fighter 6 on my birthday, why not play it on the birthday of one of my favorite characters? So, and during that stream, I hopefully will be during that stream I should be able to update y'all on what the new stream schedule will be like while I'm going through work training. Now that stream schedule will have to change once I switch over to my regular shift, but this should help me figure out, like, get an idea of how streams will go once I have to switch over to that regular shift. So, thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's night. Hope y'all have a good last week of February. My gosh, I can't believe it's the last week of February. What the heck? I didn't realize until I just said that this is in fact the last week of February. But yeah, y'all have a good rest of y'all's night, and see, we're gonna go raid. Here, Burnout Vaughn's playing some. Yeah, it looks like Burnout Vaughn's playing some D&D. So, yeah, we'll go raid Burnout Vaughn. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Night, everyone.